In the evening of that same day, the first day of the week, the doors were closed in the room where the disciples were for fear of the Jews. Jesus came and stood among them. He said to them, "Peace be with you," and showed them his hands and his side. The disciples were filled with joy when they saw the Lord. And he said to them again, "Peace be with you. As the Father sent me, so I am sending you." After saying this, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. For those whose sins you forgive, they are forgiven. For those whose sins you retain, they are retained." So what's important to Jesus here? Peace and forgiveness. And where is it important first of all? In the group in which we live. A few weeks ago, Father James said on this program that peace is not just the absence of war. And I think that's something for us to think about. Peace is not just sitting back and saying, well, we're not fighting. Peace is a living, breathing entity, and we are called to spread it. And it is God's peace, which is a peace of love and joy. It's a peace where people care about one another, where people have their needs met, where people are respected for who they are. When we look at our nation here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, can we say we are all truly at peace? We only have to read the daily newspaper to find that we're not. When we look at our local church community, can we say we are all truly at peace? I wonder what happens when I find myself sitting in church next to someone that I don't particularly like. When we look at our own family, can we say we are truly at peace? Is there someone in the family I'm having a hard time getting on with at the moment? Jesus did not mean us to gloss over things lightly. He knew that sometimes people find it hard. And he told us that he would be with us. And he sent us his Spirit, and he sent us his Spirit of forgiveness. You could say it takes two to make forgiveness work. It takes the person who I feel has offended, and it takes me. But in reality, most of it's about myself. And if the person's not meeting me halfway where I'd like them to meet me, what I need to do is pray for that person. And if I pray long enough and deeply enough, I know that something will change in me and forgiveness will be there. So on this great feast of Pentecost, when we've got this marvellous Spirit given to us, when we should be dancing and singing and clapping our hands for joy, let's do at least one thing a day in the coming week to show that we are really deeply Christianized, that we are deep followers of Jesus, and we bring his way of love, joy, peace and forgiveness into our fractured world. May deep peace be yours in the days ahead.